Hello to all the vintage lovers. My name's Alicia and I'm a part-time vintage reseller on Instagram and Yaga. I have not made a video in a while because I keep thinking, I'll wait until my hair is done or I'll wait until my makeup is right or whatever. But let's be honest here, my makeup is probably never going to be really done and my hair is only done when my hairdresser does it. So, in case you hear funny noises in the background, our dog is currently sleeping on the floor. He has decided that he needs to take care of me this week, so he stays with me all the time. You will see that I have a few items here on my right hand side, and hopefully we'll get through all of them because these are the items coming up for sale this week in my online shops, Instagram and Yaga, as I have said. Now, I'm fairly lucky that I have somebody sourcing for me. This person gets really good deals and I get them once a year. So I currently have 3 or 4 boxes full of items that need to be listed. I need to make sure that I write down everything where they were bought and costs and what I'm listing them for. Then I also have some things here that person did not source that my husband got for me. Um, and I'm also lucky in that. So let's go through this. Some of these things I may not actually have all the details for, but we'll go on, I'll see where we get to and how much I know, and maybe add some things when I know more. I have not researched the value of all of these items. I'm still busy with that, but without further ado, let's get on. So the first thing is something I have had before. It's this serviette. Oh, I don't know why this camera is doing this thing where it darkens the background, but it's a serviette holder, and it's made from a hard resin type of material. Um, I sold one before. I think the previous one was slightly shorter and she had a different face, but she was also blue. And this one is in perfect condition. She does have a spot here, but it seems to be um, like the paint from her hair that dropped there, and they just continued with that. So lovely piece, and she looks really smart when she has serviettes stuffed into her dress to make it puff out like a crinoline lady. I really like her. I would love to get one in porcelain or ceramic, which of course they breakable. The next thing, I have not looked up the value of this one, but it's made from wood and it clamps onto your table, and then you will put your embroidery in here, and then you can work clamps in there, and it's like that, and you clamp it over that, and you have your embroidery piece stretched here so that you can work in peace, and you can tighten it here. And of course this works like a normal kind of, what do you call those things, clamp, a clamp that you put on your table if you are working. So that can be a very useful item for anybody who's into that. It can also be a good display item for people who collect this kind of thing. I'm going to put that to the side so that I don't get confused about what I have shown and what I have not shown. The next one is a similar. It's also an embroidery hoop, and you do it like, you also do it in the same way. These two are completely separate. Yeah, the hoops are, this one is a little bit bigger than the other one, but otherwise not much of a difference, except that this one of course doesn't clamp to your table. Then, oh, I'm so excited about one of these items, but I'm going to leave it until last. My husband, this is one of the things he sourced, and this is in really good condition. There are no chips on this bowl itself. And I know I looked it up, but for the life of me, I can't remember exactly who made it. It's probably Czech glass. or Davidson glass, but I'm not sure which one. I'll pop a picture into the screen so that you can see. But what makes this one even more special is this. It has this flower frog that goes with it. Now, this is where the problem is. The flower frog is not in a good condition. It obviously it fell like this because this point here is broken off. Let me put it in a way that you can see. So that point there is broken off, and there's a chip, not a chip, but like this part here. Yeah, it does have a chip, but it's quite large, and it actually looks like it had bounced. But and there, so there are imperfections in this, but you put it into the bowl. And now the fabulous part of this one is that you can, I'm too scared that I'm going to drop it and have it more chips, but you can actually put candles in there and have your flowers in the middle. Isn't that absolutely delightful? I just love it. It's this pale pink color, depression glass, and I've never seen one with this type of flower frog. I normally see the women, or the fish, or the I've even had a bird before, or the round flower frogs. But this one is unusual in that sense. Let me put it out of the way. Something else, I'm going to advertise this little glass vase. This is made by Aseda. I don't know how to pronounce it. Aseda. It's a Swedish glass company. Now I know, and now I read up, so I'm going to try and remember all of this. They made glass until 1975. They started in like the 40s. They made glass until 1975. Then they were sold to another company, or another company bought them out. They lost the name Asida, and that company that bought them out actually went bankrupt in 1977. So we know that this glass was made before then. Now, we don't have a white wall behind me, but it does have a beautiful shine, like this purple, uh, deep purple. It's not, I can't remember, I don't know what the color would be called, but it's really lovely. And then, of course, it has this clear glass foot, which is very typical of some of the Asidas vases that I've seen. And I would think that this one is 1960s, maybe early 70s, exactly because of this clear foot. Right, let's see what else we have. Now, the next one. I have two of these frames. They don't have anything in them. This one is not. Let me try and get like that. They are brass frames with a little hanger thingy at the back. Can you see that? And then it's got this red velvet at the back. Again, here's the other one. So I have two of these. They are not marked, but they are normally Italian. So the advantage of these are you can hang them on a wall and you can put your own pictures in there. These are really good condition. This one specifically, they've got the nail coming out there in the picture. I don't know if you can see it, but that's easily fixable. And this one is just loose. It has this funny, the nails actually go into the nails on the side. They've got like tiny little nails go into the backing to keep it secure. So that needs to just be secured after you put in your picture. But I think they are romantic to a certain extent. I have not polished them, and I'm probably not going to polish them because I actually like the patina on them as they are. They look um, like they look period. They look the part. So the next item comes from WMF, or VMF as I know it. And I find it interesting. I've noticed that a lot of people don't know this brand, even though I'm sure they have used it before or they've seen it before. But it is, I call it's VMF, and they are known for their stainless steel products. And I've actually looked it up. They've been in business for 170 years. And VMF stands for, now I've got to remember, now let me go into my brain. Württembergische Metallfabrik. In other words, Württemberg, which is a state in, or a Bundesland in Germany, or a state or a province, we will say in South Africa, and then it's metal, of course, metal Fabrik, factory. So WMF, and they are well known for high quality. I've got a little bit of tape here to secure this. High quality stainless steel products. I actually have a set of the knives and forks, like a whole cutlery set that we received. I think my sister bought it for us as a wedding gift, and that's our everyday wear, and they're still as good as new. And this one is something I have never seen. It's a sardine plate. So you can see there, oh, just careful. It's got that sardine on the side, and then the little, I don't know if you, a ladle, or not a ladle, it's like a scoop, spoon, fork, cake, like a lifter, egg lifter. And it's also got the sardine on the handle. And these are really nice. It's not a high value item in any way, shape, or form, but it is really lovely. And I find it charming, the whole setup with the sardines. And I find it so, what's the word? It's so chic, maybe, that people actually had items in their lives that were there for one specific purpose. Now, obviously, you don't have to use these for your sardines. You can put anything in here, your olives, jam if you need to, your rings, but it's just charming. So that will be coming up this week. It is in perfect condition. There are no, it looks as if it's never been used, not in its box, but it seems scratch free. I have not had it under the white light. That's when I will pick up all the problems. Something else that I actually picked up when I was in, no, I didn't pick this up. This is my source that picked it up. This is a holy water font, Madonna and Child, and it's made out of that hard resin, and these are normally made in Italy. It's got a little hanging thing at the back, and it is in perfect condition. Absolutely love it. It's quite large compared to the ones I normally, let me just see if I can, oh, that's the wrong way. It's large compared to what I normally find in these holy water fonts. Really beautiful. If I had space for it, it would not leave my house. But I think I need to stop with the collecting of religious objects now. Are you awake now? You want to come and say hello? You sit on my lap. Okay. Not. Okay. And then some decorative items. This one. It's a little picture. I think these, oh, okay, I may be wrong because it looks too good, because I know Vincent van Gogh, not Van Gogh or Van Gogh or whatever, Vincent van Gogh made these kind of pictures in his early days, but this is a bit good because he was not very good in his early days, for those of you who know what he did. It's got like a slightly domed glass, and this is the back, so you can see it's really old. You will have to hang it from this thing here somewhere, because it doesn't have something to hang it. I think that's really cute. And that will go in a gallery wall to fill up the space. Or if you have like a wall with small paintings or small pictures, then that will also be lovely. And if you want to, then you can obviously remove the picture and put your own picture in it. The frame does have a lot of tarnish, like the green, that verdigris, or verdigris, as some people say. That and I'm not going to take it off because I think it adds to the charm. So if anybody buys it and they want to take it off, that's up to them. But I don't have a problem with this specific patina because it is that green verdigris. Okay. And so that is a charming little picture. And I have another one. Now this one looks like the silk pictures, but it's not silk. It's actually ceramic. So it's painted ceramic. Isn't that beautiful? Now all of these frames have that kind of, yeah, this one has got the little bow on top, and the others, let me just check. Yeah, they just give me that idea of a ribbon and a bow. So maybe that's why I like them. And this one, I don't see any marks, but it's got a signature, but I can't make it out. I do think it's French. But if it's not, I will I will say that in my listing so that people can actually see what's going on. Oh, gets a lot of reflection from the light, of course, but it is so beautiful. I also have not cleaned this up in terms of using Brasso or anything like that. I'm just going to leave it as is because I do think it is rather wonderful. And then something that makes me smile, and a lot of you will recognize this, is this one. It's an Alessi butter boat. Butterboard. So this is the little butter knife that goes right in at the top, and then the lid comes off, and there you've got the butter boat. Doesn't have any identifying marks, but if you know your Alessi, you will know this is Alessi. It is rather scratched in the bottom. I don't know if that will come up on camera, but that is from, you know, if you're scraping on this. It's a very hard plastic. This one is more like a softer plastic, if that makes sense. You just see, I think it can go, no, it can't. It can only go one way, but there it goes. And I think it is such a fabulous, fabulous design. Don't you think that? I just think whoever designed this for Alessi did very well. That you get them in different colors, but I also think this is the most striking one because of the difference between the purple and the orange, and then this. It's in real life. It's a dark orange. It's not. I think it looks paler on the screen than it is, but it looks almost. It's like a red orange. And then the last one, the one that I'm like, oh, I wish I could keep this one, but I already have two. I have one large one made of plastic, and then I have another wooden one, which I have to admit isn't as spectacular as this one. So let me show you. And I do have three for sale, but this one is coming up this week. Look at this. Can you believe this? I love it. Now, from what I've seen, these are French, but I can't confirm that. This wood is so nice from somebody touching it over the years, nice and smooth. And look at those beautiful big bubbles. I've measured it, and it's long. I can't remember exactly how long it is, but there it is. And it's got that heart. So this is an absolutely stunning, stunning wooden rosary. And I've draped one of mine across a painting that was made in the Second World War by a soldier, and depicting the Mother Mary holding a dying soldier in her hands, in her arms, and then with the fighting going on in the back. It sounds worse than it is, but that painting has been traveling with me for the last 30 years, I think, and I love it so much. I remember when I bought it, my husband, who wasn't my husband at the time, picked it up and put it into my in my flat, in my sitting room, and he hung it up, and it just never moved from there. and now it's still hanging in my sitting room. So such a beautiful, beautiful rosary, so charming, so wonderful. Wish I could keep it, but you know, you've got to let it go. You clearly know which one is my favorite or which ones are my favorite, because I think all of them are stunning. But of course, this one, and then the butter boat, the sardines, I actually cannot tell you which one is my real favorite. But there are a few here that I would love to keep. So which one? Just comment below and tell me which ones are your favorites. And I'll see you again. Goodbye.